first met Kiono when he came to drama club one day. In fact, it was the day that we got bombed. And I saw something in him. Talent, commitment, the willingness to learn and do well. Outside of drama club, we exchanged telegrams. We had a number of conversations in person. One day he asked me if I knew Elio Moretti. I did, of course. We were practically neighbors. And Kiono asked about Elio, what he's like as a person, whether I knew him rather well. Kiono said to me that he had a bit of a soft spot for Elio. Next time I bumped into Elio, I told him about this, and Elio told me that he thought highly of Kiono. They were good friends, and he wanted to get to know him a bit better, to understand their way of life. Kiono is a native who lives in a village in the north, and Elio is a part of an Italian family who live in the city. It wouldn't be normal for the two of them usually to cross paths, but fate brought them together one day, and Kiono confided in me about it. I felt that Kiono and I were kindred spirits in many ways. He reminded me of a young me, in many ways as well. Unsure about love, unsure about his feelings. So he confided in me, and I offered him the support and friendship and guidance should he ever want it. I didn't think about it much after that, but then I started seeing the two of them together, and it warmed my heart.
Each time I have my rifle too. You got yours, Dickie?
Yes. Good day.
Hey, Kiono.
Kiono!
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. Just going hunting. How you?
Pretty good.
Man,
Just
would you like a mystery box?
Hello, Kiono.
hi, Mr. White.
I'll just go pop myself.
Hello, Kiono.
Dickie.
Fucking hell!
I know.
The fuck is this?
What do you mean, what the fuck is this?
Come off that horse a minute. Let me take a look at you.
Oh no, Dickie, I'm quite afraid you're going to see me without my shirt on. I don't want you to collapse or anything.
I just need to take a mental image for later.
Yeah, dirty bastard.
What is...
Sir Dickie.
Oh, sorry, Kiono. Let me
Come
get one
on.
of you as well, then, if you want me to.
No.
Okay.
Oh my god. How are you doing?
Oh, dear me. Looks
What
like
do you
you've
mean,
some
not dear
sun on
me?
your skin, old boy.
This is fine Italian marble that I've got on my skin.
Fucking hell. I didn't even bloody recognize
Are you alright,
you earlier.
Dickie?
Oh,
You're
shut up,
sweating.
mate.
What does that mean?
What?
What did she say?
She said, are you okay, Dickie? You're sweating.
Oh yeah, you are sweating. Are you okay? It's really cold outside.
I've never
It's
seen
really
someone
sweating.
sweat in the rain. It's
Shut
bizarre.
up, Maggie.
Yeah, it's quite
fucking
unusual.
wagon.
Why
You
don't you
know
think
that.
It is very bizarre.
So, what are you gentlemen up to then?
Oh, we just got done with a canoe trip.
Yeah, it's a load of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe that's what
You're going
it is.
hunting now, are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, what about you, old boy? Looks like you're hunting.
Oh, every
Hunting what?
Okay, no.
No.
My hearing's going wonky in
Don't
my
make anything
ears.
strange, Dickie. People can be friends. I'm
you've got it.
friends, and we're having a good time, having fun doing everything.
Yes. Can I talk to you earlier?
Ah, yes, of course.
You want a mystery box?
Did he have you made it clear to him that you're not interested romantically?
Me and Kiono are on very clear terms, so don't worry about it. We're very open and honest with each other,
Okay.
so don't worry about anything. It's none of your. Either way, it wouldn't be any of your business.
No, that's true. No.
Like, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I do like you, Dickie. You're my friend, but there's some things that just aren't meant for you to know. And as I have said, my main attraction is to girls. Okay?
Well, Maine. Okay.
Yes, but I don't have to explain anything else.
No, you made me sound
And quite frankly, I don't really want to because as much as I like you, I do know you're a gossip, so I don't want you to gossip about things.
I'm not a gossip.
Yes, you fucking are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're the biggest fucking gossip I know.
I beg your pardon, I don't think so.
You know so. Like, let's be honest here, we're both friends and I like you. So we both know you're a gossip.
Maybe. But I don't gossip about my friend, old boy.
No, I believe.
Pardon?
No, I believe that.
Yes.
Well, I told you.
Oh, no, I said to you, old boy, as you say, it's none of my fucking business, old boy. I just don't want anybody to get hurt, that's all.
To be fair, I didn't swear at you. I didn't say it's none of your fucking business.
No, I'm saying that. I know it's none of my fucking business.
Look, trust me, me and Kiono are very well, like, we're on the same page, so don't worry.
Oh,
No one will get hurt.
okay.
But he's actually become a really good friend and just someone I enjoy hanging out with. It's just different, so.
Yeah, well, I can tell that, old boy.
What? Because I'm dressed in like native stuff, I suppose.
Yes. And what does the chief's wife think of all of this?
I've met the chief. He likes me very much.
And his wife?
I've never met his wife yet.
Oh, well, we met her yesterday. She's, to look at, she's quite scary, but actually she's wonderfully.
I heard you
welcome.
played spaghetti.
Oh, yes, in the middle of the fucking arsehole of nowhere. Oh,
Well, Kiono
Dickie
did say
just
that
got
was
about 5
that
minutes
really
left
made him
in
really
the
really happy that you guys did that.
yes, I know. We like to look after our friends here, and a little surprise visit is wonderful. Exactly what he needed,
Yeah.
I think.
You have got a heart after all.
Yes, it's somewhere swinging like a brick somewhere. No, I'm just
But no,
interested.
trust me, he won't get hurt and I won't get hurt, so don't worry.
Okay. Well, you know me, I'm an ally, so,
Dickie,
yes.
shut up.
Okay, just look after each other.
Don't. It's not like that.
No, I know,
Don't
but I'm just saying, look
don't
after
think it's
each
more
other.
than what it
No,
is.
no,
Just
no, no.
friends.
Okay, I'm with you.
I've been serious though.
Okay, point taken.
But no, we will. It's fine. It's all good. It's just nice to do something different, like experience a different culture, experience a different lifestyle. It's been nice.
Good. Well,
Do you like my hair?
oh god, I thought you were gonna. Yes, it's lovely.
You don't have to lie.
It's lovely.
It's just very long.
Yes. Can I put
I
my
haven't had
fingers
this.
through it?
No.
Okay. Well, the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that you made the effort, but no.
No. Well, it definitely suits you. The whole outfit suits you, actually.
That's just because I've got my shirt off, Dickie, and I'm a
Mainly.
boxer. Yeah.
Right, we done here.
Yes, we're done here.
Okay.
You,
Oh, I've
you
got to
take
say-
care of yourself, okay?
I've
Yeah?
got to say, when we were up there yesterday, he said, he was going to get his flute out for us. That sounded worse than what it meant. He got his flute out for us from his teepee, and he said, to
Yeah?
me, I said, oh, can I have a look in your teepee? And he said, no, my flute's in there, but it's probably under some of Elio's clothes.
Yeah, he does borrow some of my stuff, yeah. It's fine.
I said,
It's okay, don't worry. I don't stay in the same tiki.
well,
Your hat is-
why the fuck are you dressed like Copperhead for?
Kiono head.
I bet him that I would wear anything that he dresses me in for an entire day.
Oh, well, you wear it well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good day for it, too.
Oh, definitely.
It's a shame to admit that he wears it better than I do.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm just surprised there's more than one of them hats.
Shh, let's go and find her.
Dickie, did you want to talk?
No,
Okay.
did you?
Kinda.
Oh, let's go and talk then, old boy.
Okay.
Where would you like to take me?
Anywhere?
Do you want to take
Ga-
me up the gazebo just behind me?
Gazebo, yeah. Mhm.
Well, excuse me, back here, got business to attend to.
I wouldn't want to block your gazebo.
So you did say you wanted to talk to me up in Cumberland.
Yes, I did. But then I realized it was none of my fucking business, so I decided it's not worth it.
What is it?
I just wanted to make sure that you were okay and everything's going well with young Elio and that making sure you're having a nice time, as I know both of you as friends. But I tried to talk to Elliot about it, but he said it's none of my business, and I agreed with him. And then I thought to myself, Dickie, why the fuck do you need to get involved in all of that for? Let them do whatever they need to do. So that was all I was going to talk about.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it is no one's business, but
Yeah.
it's okay to. I mean, things are going good.
Good. That's
Uh,
wonderful.
yeah, it's been great, but I Chief Rockby is having some concerns about me staying in Saint Denis. Uh, drama club, and he's just concerned. He he doesn't want things to happen to me that happened to another one of our tribe way before my time.
Was this the bastards you talked about before?
No, not the bastards. This was something else entirely. I don't know if I should say it, to be honest.
No, it's none of my business, old boy. I'm learning very slowly that I don't need to get fucking involved in everybody's business. So if you don't want to tell me, don't tell me. But do I need
Well,
to... Yes,
for this particular thing, the chief requested that I not speak about it
of course. I
openly, but he's just concerned about me. I mean, it's understandable, of course, but I told him I'm very happy with what I'm doing in Saint Denis and who I've met in Saint Denis, and he shouldn't worry. So,
Yes,
mhm.
please. And you didn't tell him about the secret I told you about what we do here?
No, I haven't told a soul.
Lovely. Not even Elio, because he doesn't know.
Not even Elio.
Lovely.
Yuri, Dickie, and you.
No.
Dickie,
Oh God.
Dickie.
Uh,
What do you fucking want, woman?
How do you do?
You know, Yuri?
No. Fuck off.
Bye, Maggie.
Fucking hell.
You need to be nicer to her.
Not nicer to her. You know what she did the first day she met me? I gave her a ride on
What?
the back of my horse, and she took $50 out of my fucking pocket.
What?
Yes, she's a thief.
Sweet old little Maggie.
She's a fucking con artist.
Oh, why do you put up with her then?
I didn't, that's why I just told her to fuck off.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone tells me I need to be nice to her, but she's a criminal.
Okay,
Criminal,
well,
I tell you.
if she's a criminal and a thief, then yeah, screw her.
Exactly.
Do you want me to be mean to her too?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so, do I need to talk to the chief about Drama Club and what we do here?
If you want to ease his mind, that'd be fine. He's just concerned because of the explosion and me getting caught up into things, possibly because of it, and he's just concerned overall because he knows the possibilities of the city, both good and bad.
Yes. Well, you can reassure the chief that we've actually undertaken peaceful negotiations with the people out west who undertook the explosion, and there is currently a ceasefire, which means we're not, the situation's resolved.
Yeah, I can tell him this. Yeah, I think this would reassure him pretty well.
And if he wants to come and talk to me, then that's fine. Or he can talk to Mr. Arthur King. He led the negotiations.
So just make sure you're looking at Kiono. Look deeply into his eyes,
Thank you very much, Miss Ben.
Not too deep.
and then to start the fight, you best to use your focus, your fist.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep using.
Oh, what was that about?
Just testing your awareness.
Okay.
Really?
Free punch for Dickie then.
Well,
Right. Okay, and then you need to your reflexes to block yourself. So you've already started. Carry on.
Mr. Bones.
come on then,
If
just
I could see you for a moment.
Ow, that hurt me.
Blech.
Why am I not in it?
Oh, good blocking, Dickie.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Kiono.
Look at you go.
Oh, he has that.
Remember,
He has such strength.
his leg.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Kiono,
Slag.
He's properly beating you off, Kiono.
Yes, look.
I don't know if I like that.
Oh,
Being
okay.
conscious and limp and flaccid in front of you.
Oh my
Dickie, look what
god.
you've done.
Ugh.
Right. Night, everybody.
Oh,
Well, now help me, please help me. Oh
There's there.
Fucking hell, you throwing a
Hold
secret
on, let me
party
look at
on his
this.
house?
no. Oh my god.
Let me look at my bag here.
Sorry, we were told the house was
God does
open
not
to
like that we are
visitors.
fighting.
Elio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This
I'm
house
just playing with
definitely
you.
is.
Just doing some fist fighting on the
All
patio.
right.
Look at
Someone
that.
does.
Well,
Oh, look
That
at
is
I
a
found
nice
some
little
smelling
piece of
salts. Is
red
that the same
blue,
thing?
though.
It is.
Well,
It's a good
we're doing
fight.
it on the patio actually, just because I can
Hold
see
on.
some
Oh,
watch.
hey, I think that's Jim the Arnica. Arnica.
Oh, Elliot,
Yeah,
you're a champion of fist fighting.
Arnica.
I am retired.
Arnica.
you're retired.
I found some
That's a shame.
Arnica,
I'm
baby.
You're
Bye.
gonna find out, Dickie.
Arnica.
Dicky.
Dickie's been
This is-
fighting,
this is
yeah.
me. I ain't never
Dicky.
fought before. I ain't never
I
looked for
say with
Arnica
this,
before.
with this
I
kind
ain't
of
never
style,
been
but you're
able to knock
fucking
5
dangerous,
sticks
so
before.
no, I'm not going to
This is day
fight you.
of first.
Because I feel like
just-
you'd enjoy it.
He just beat Kiono right off.
Kiono, Dickie beat my ass.
Yes, go and see how Kiono is, Elio, for Christ's sake.
It's alright,
Yeah,
I'll
we might
just try.
stop by a little later. Yeah,
I'll
we
just
looking
try
around.
Kiono.
Have you seen that strange man go around with a top hat on?
Have we? I don't think so. No, we were out of town for a
No.
while until just recently. So.
Did you get beat by Dicky?
But
Oh,
Mr.
I'm
Pally,
sorry.
was he?
Yes.
We saw a man all dressed
I
in
don't want to
black,
hear it,
black
okay?
face
He has that
mask,
old
big
man
top
strength.
hat.
No, no.
So you did get beat by Dicky?
Yes, I
When
he
also
beat my
told him, he
ass,
said that
Elio.
Okay, we're going to train on this.
All right.
we weren't told.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking come out of retirement
All
just
right.
to.
Well, I mean, that's a nice
Okay.
change, right?
It is indeed, yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all enjoy the fights. We'll
Yeah.
might stop by later. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
See
take
you,
care.
chaps.
If you
See
do
you
see
later.
a guy with weird blonde hair acting all strange, do send me a telegram.
Well,
Certainly will.
Oh,
Gosh, you could have had eaten Elio and Kiono in one day.
you had plans?
Anyone else going to have a fight? Kiono, you look very upset, old boy. Are you okay? You look positively forlorn.
No, I'm fine.
Don't- You don't sound fine, old boy.
That
Do you want to
was
fight
enough.
Boris, perhaps, to get your eye back in?
No, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Come on, have another fight, Kiono.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I could maybe.
was it because I'm talking very quietly? Was it because Elio didn't acknowledge you?
He's quite upset.
What?
Why did he not acknowledge you? Was it because he was with Mr. Purley?
I don't know if I want to talk about it,
Okay, that's fine.
but
How was your first fisting experience,
yes,
Boris?
yes.
Yes. Well, I know I always joke and play around, but you can always talk to me about matters of the heart.
Dickie
Oh
is
boy,
so
we are,
stupid.
after all, kindred spirits.
He caught on it
Way.
so fast. Yeah, of course.
Stop it, he did.
Maybe in a more private setting we can talk. Maybe.
Yes. Yes, of course. Just don't worry about it,
Right,
oh
is it
boy.
one
Don't
of
worry.
those fights, or have we had it after?
I appreciate it.
Yes.
I should probably be
Aw.
going in the next 10 minutes.
So you said in the telegram that you sent me that only one person knows the real you.
Yes.
Why? Why? Why just one? Is this not the real you that I'm speaking to right now?
Yes, in a way. In a way. You've been to drama club. It's all a nice big show, isn't it? And the other day when we did our training and the fighting afterwards and the joking and the innuendos, that's all because of an audience, you see. That's, I haven't made any ridiculous innuendos since it's just been you and I sitting here. And it's a way of coping, I guess. I'm quite ashamed about a number of things in my life, and I think there is one story, if you wouldn't mind me telling you, that I think you might be able to relate to in some way.
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay, well, as you've told me once or twice before, I'm old. So this story actually happened in 1859. Can you believe that?
1859?
Yes.
I wasn't even a thought.
Yes. You weren't even a glint in your father's eye.
Not very true.
Yes. Well, I was 19 years old, long enough.
Jeez, you weren't even born at that time? I mean, you were born at that time, but you were born 19 years earlier?
Yes.
Oof, what's the math on that?
I'm 63 next month.
Oh, Oh, I thought you were 70.
Fucking 70.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard somewhere that, Sir Dickie White is 70.
No, I'm 63.
I think Maggie said it.
Yes, well, she doesn't even know how fucking old she is. So anyway, I'm glad we have a good laugh about the fact that I was alive in 1859.
I'm sorry, continue.
I don't know if you know much about schooling in England back then and still to this day, but the church used to teach school children. They used to do the schooling. So my education was done by the church, and I never really got on with it. I never liked the formality of education, the rules. I wasn't interested in anything that the Bible said. And I saw out school until I was about 13 years old, you see. And then I started working a number of jobs. When I was 15 years old, I got a job unloading cargo ships on the River Thames in London. And I did that job until I was 19, which was 1859. And I thought to myself, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, just unloading cargo from ships, you see. And I was walking around, and I walked past a theatre called the Garrick Theatre. And I heard all of this music and laughter and singing coming from the inside. And I thought to myself, what the bloody hell is this? And I poked my head around the corner and walked in the door there. And there was these people dancing in lovely costumes, singing and hugging and clapping and having a wonderful time. And this young man approached me, a couple of years older, he was 21, and he invited me into the theatre and introduced me to the people there. And they were rehearsing for some play at the time, but they used to stay in the theatre when they weren't doing rehearsals. It used to be their social activity, you see. And this chap was called James Sinclair. And I spent hours with him in the theatre, talking. We sort of became romantically involved. We formed an almost unbreakable bond, really. We found solace in each other's company. We spent hours in that theatre just talking or playing cards. Sometimes his friends would come by, they'd do rehearsals, and I'd sit there shy. And eventually, of course, I got up and did it, and that's how I got into all of this. And, back in 1859, things have changed since then. It's 43 years ago. My family were very religious, so were James's. Very judgmental. My mother, God rest her soul, was always talking about how I was going to go off and get married and have all 5 children. And they found out about me and James and they disapproved. They made me feel ashamed of him. They forced me to keep our love hidden. We danced in the shadows to protect ourselves. We couldn't be ourselves anywhere. He was a very private person as well. He never really came out to anybody. He was beautiful. lovely brown hair, blue eyes. So we had this hidden relationship of sorts. Around friends and family, I couldn't hold his hand, I couldn't put my arm around him, I couldn't hug him or anything like that. And we had this sort of rocky start where I felt ashamed to be with him, and I think he felt the same. And we tried to create our own sanctuary in the theatre where we were able to, show affection. We had many moments of joy and love amongst all of the turmoil and arguments, and that lasted for 3 years, you see. Because after 3 years, I just couldn't do it. We were never free from each other. We could never express our feelings unless we were in this theatre. It sort of cast a constant shadow over our relationship. And it made us argue, and we pushed and pulled in different ways. And in the end, we decided, or should I say I decided, that we should part. And I saw him around London from time to time. I moved to another theatre. We'd write to each other occasionally, but eventually the letters fizzled out and stopped. And my career at this point was picking up. I was 22 years old. I just played Tybalt in a rendition of Romeo and Juliet, which was really well received by the press. And 3 years passed. And in this time, as I say, my career picked up, and I thought of him often, but we never wrote. I never went to see him. And one day I'd been drinking, as usual, and I can't remember what it was, but something reminded me of him. So I walked to his house, and a roommate of his let me in, and he was in bed, and he'd lost so much weight since I'd seen him in those 3 years. And he had a handkerchief, a cloth over his mouth. He was fast asleep. And a nurse who was there told me that he had tuberculosis, and that maybe he might survive 1 week, maybe 2 weeks at a push. He was 27 years old. And when he awoke later that day, we talked, we laughed, we told each other stories. I never left his bedside after that, and we talked of the past and of regret and all of the things that we might have been able to do had we not left it so terrible. And our story, we talked about how our story was left unfinished, and that the threads of fate had unraveled, and it wasn't meant to be. And 9 days later, he died. And I held his hand as he died, and I spoke to him in those final hours. I told him that I loved him. And I felt, as I told him, I felt just the faintest squeeze of his hand, like he could hear me. And we were destined to be together, but I blamed myself for throwing it all away, because my feelings were hurt. That's what it was about. And if I'd been dealt that same hand again, there are so many things I would have done differently, and I blame myself for that. So it's a bit of a long-winded story, old boy, but I think the moral of the story is that you need to immerse yourself in love and embrace it, and don't let it go, don't let him go. Whatever differences you might have, don't let that get in your way, because I think that love can conquer challenges, and it's, yes, and I don't know. I continued my career, of course, but from behind this mask of fame and, dare I say, talent. But underneath that smile and all the bloody jokes and the clowning around, I carry a lingering sorrow, and I'm eternally bound to that memory of James. And yes, I think, I feel like I'm just just mumbling a load of old bollocks. But what I'm trying to say is that rather, if you are worried about things like this, then commit to them and work things through, because you never know how long these things might last.
I'm so sorry to hear about James, Sir Dickie White. It seemed like you had a true love for each other. I'm sorry it couldn't work out. I think that's my biggest fear with Elio. He's kind of similar. To James anyway, I believe. He says it's to protect me, though. His family has a lot of enemies, apparently. And if those enemies found out about who his family loves, then I could be targeted. But I don't really care. I just want to express my feelings for Elio out in open, you know. Because I do like him. I like him a lot, but every time I'm with his family or his family is around, I have to call him a friend. Which I don't have a problem with if this is... No, I can't say that. I do have a problem with it. Because I don't think we're just friends. Why does it matter if his family is so strong and so sure of themselves? Why can't they... I'm sure they could protect us if they needed to. I think... And I'm a lot like you, in a way, because... In Mississippi, I was raised in a Christian school. They taught people like me, growing up, how to speak English and to follow their ways and their beliefs. Thankfully, I didn't follow them. I don't see a point in doing so anyway. I have my own beliefs to follow. But I was lucky enough to be able to escape that knife and come to the crossing. But I don't know, Elio's frustrating. Because I tell him over and over again that I don't care about... I don't care about that. I just want to be with each other. And he tells me, oh, it's fine. If we're out of the city, we can be like this because no one will see us. And it just, it makes me feel bad. You know, it makes me feel like he's brushing me aside or under the rug. I don't know how to deal with it.
Yes. Well, I do know that the Murray family are very influential in the city, and maybe he's just worried about what people might think, and quite rightly, they probably do have many enemies in the protection, but you can't... I don't know. I feel like love is the champion of the soul, and that it shouldn't matter about these things. And I don't know, overcoming those types of things. How long have, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been friends?
A month and a half.
Well, and I can imagine that it's difficult for both of you having to adapt. And you're sort of getting to know each other and trying to understand each other. Kiono, it may just take time. That's all.
These past few months have been really hard because I just feel lost, and I've had so much time already to just sit and have my thoughts swallow me. And I'm done with it. I don't want I don't want more time. I want to live in the moment. I just want to live with him, And it's because of him that I've been the happiest I've ever been in a few months. I don't want that to discontinue once we step foot in the city. To make up and become another character in a play, acting as if we're nothing more than friends. I don't want to do that.
The danger, of course, is, Kiono, that if you demand that of him, then it might push him away.
Yeah.
Now, you listen to me, Kiono. How old are you?
18?
Okay, now. Well, you have time on your side. If I was in your situation, Kiono, I don't know, release the reins a little bit. Enjoy the moments that you do have together, but don't force him to do anything in the city, and I feel that over time it'll come naturally. Things happen slowly, unfortunately, with these types of things.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I just I need to be patient with him. This is a new thing for both of us. We just have to take it slow. And we have been. We haven't even, done anything. Which is what I like. I just like being around him. That's all that's all it takes for me. Just seeing him just lifts my soul up a little bit. I see him and everything gets better. And, you know, occasionally we'll embrace each other through a hug, or if we're riding on the horse. That's enough for now. And maybe that can be enough going forward for a bit. Maybe things will get better eventually. Maybe he'll open up and introduce me to his family in a formal setting. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously not the same, but I have gone into the Moretti mansion a number of times, and it's quite an intimidating place, I must say. Even when I just went to visit Elio, pop in for a cup of tea. It's quite. But what is it that you want him to do? Show you affection in front of them, or what? What is it in the city?
I just want him to. He doesn't even want to introduce me to them formally. It doesn't even. It just seems like he doesn't even want them to. He wants them to know the least amount as possible about me. It's not even about affection.
I see. Yes. Yes, I remember that feeling very well. It's I don't know. It makes you feel small, insignificant. Yeah. I still think time. I still think time. Look, yeah, no, I think love can conquer many challenges, and I think time is what it needs. I think I think Elio's a very private person, though. He's very charismatic and charming, and he lights up a room. I will give you that. But I've known him for 9, 10 months, I'd say, and don't know anything about him. But we'll stop and talk for 20 minutes and, sort of have a laugh together and all sorts of things. But I think he's very private. Maybe his family are very private. Are your people in your village private, Kiono?
To a point, but we'll welcome anyone up there. Treat them nicely, Show them courtesy. Give them food if they need it. Give them shelter if they need it. We're very open in this way, but we do have our things that we need to keep secret, of course.
And do your fellow villagers, do they know about Mr. Beretti?
Oh, definitely. He's staying in the village, even. They know him quite well.
I see. And what you want is that sort of reciprocation of that when you come here.
Yeah, in a way. And I'm not a fool. I've heard things of the Meridies. I know things. That I just... Ever since a few months ago, The definition of a criminal has been skewed for me. I don't think of it the same way, So I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to be with Elio. That's all I care about.
Are you a patient person, Kiono?
No, not really.
I didn't think you were.
Yeah, people in my village tell me to calm down all the time, to take things slowly. I can't do it. It's just not me.
You might have to learn to be patient, Kiono. Otherwise you might potentially be risking everything that you have. What?
Okay. No, I understand. It makes sense. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Yes. Do you know the moment when I realized that Mr. Elio has fallen fucking head over shoulders for you?
When?
When I met you in Blackwater and you were both dressed scantily, may I say. And he was laughing and joking, and as I say, I've known him for 9-10 months. That was that moment in Blackwater when I went and spoke to him by myself. That was the happiest I've ever seen that boy. And that's because he was with you. Do you know his, I can't even do an impression, his little laugh, he's got this sort of cheeky, naughty laugh about him.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, that's a genuine laugh, and as I say, he was so happy that day, so, there's nothing that will stop that, so, please be patient with him. I know it's not what you want.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Dickie. I appreciate this. I'll be patient. I mean, I'll try to be patient. I can't promise anything, but I will try my best.
Yeah.
For the sake of our friendship, relationship.
Yes, of course. Although, if I may, although I said love conquers all, bullshit, etc., it's also like planting a seed, and nurture it, wait for it to grow, and give it time, and feed it, and eventually it will blossom.
Oh, I will try to nurture this.
Yes. And one other fucking thing, if I may.
What?
Mr. Elio seems to think that I'm some sort of fucking gossip.
Well, he's known you for 9 months. He should know you. He should know best of anyone.
Well, he should know bloody better, that's all I should say.
Oh well, okay. Are you not?
No, I'm bloody not. Especially not
Oh.
with matters like this.
I see. Okay. I'll tell him to calm down.
Yes, well, I know, as I say, he's a private person, which I appreciate and I understand. But what I am not is a fucking gossip.
I appreciate this, Dickie. I really do.
Yes, I know a lot of people in this city, but it doesn't mean I go around telling them everything. Not when it's people I care about.
Well, I hope I can continue confiding in you.
Yes, of course you can, dear boy. Right,
Thank you.
Should we walk back to the theatre?
Yeah.